moments. And participating in the cultural activities not only allowed me to appreciate the beauty of these arts forms, but also provide a deeper understanding of the local culture and history. And one of the most remarkable experience I had in Georgia was witnessing the vibrant festivals and celebrations. In Myanmar, we have our own winter festivals, such as Dinjan, is like a Songkran in Thailand, the water festival. And the Dinjut, what we call is the festival of lights. And Indonesia, you also have the colorful celebrations of Ramadan and breakfasting holiday. And I was invited by many Muslim classmates to their home to enjoy these special movements. And these festivals are testaments to the joyous spirits and deep-rooted tradition that are cherished by the people of both nations. And one important aspect that cannot be overlooked is the concepts of hospitality and warmth. In both Myanmar and Indonesia, there is a strong an emphasis on welcoming guests and making them feel at home. And as a Myanmar in Georgia, I was pleasantly surprised by the genuine warmth and hospitality extended to me by the local community, whether it was their friendly smiles, their invitations to join in local celebrations, or the willingness to help me navigate through unfamiliar surroundings. The hospitality I experienced left lasting impressions on me. It reminds me of the power of kindness and the beauty of human connections that transcend cultural boundaries. And me as a Myanmar in Indonesia, particularly in Georgia, has been an eye-opening experience that taught me invaluable lessons about cultural diversities and acceptance. And the stark contrasts between Myanmar and Indonesian's language, religions, cuisine, social customs, and traditions, and opened my eyes to the beauties and richness of our world's culture. And living in Georgia allowed me to truly immerse myself in Indonesian culture and foster a deep appreciation for the diversity within Southeast Asia, within ASEAN. And taught me that cultural differences should not be seen as a barriers, but rather an opportunity for growth and learning and building bridges between nations. And my experience also highlighted the importance of cultural exchange and dialogue. Through open and respectful conversations, we can bridge the gaps of misunderstandings and foster a greater sense of unity and harmony. And by embracing and celebrating our differences, we can forge stronger bonds between our peoples and our nations and work together at more inclusive and interconnected world. And as I reflect upon my time in Georgia, I'm feeling with gratitude for the friendships I found, the knowledge I gained, and the memories I will cherish forever. It is my hope that by sharing my experience today, I have inspired you to embrace cultural diversity. And so, in closing, let us remember that our differences should not divide us, but rather be the threads that weave together the beautiful fabrics of humanity. And let us celebrate and embrace the cultural differences between Myanmar and Indonesia, recognizing that it is through these differences that we can truly grow, learn, and create a brighter future together. And thank you once again for allowing me to share my experience with you today. And may we continue to embrace diversity, foster understandings, and build bridges of friendship between our nation and people. Thank you.
Okay, wow, that was a really nice experience in Yogyakarta. And um, hearing your story actually also makes me want to study abroad like you.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the question and answer session, feel free to ask questions to Mr. Tan. So we actually have one question here from our lecturer, which is Miss Nurenda. Can you stand eating sambal?
Yeah. I can eat sambar because
Um,
yeah, we also have these kinds of spicy side dish in Myanmar. Yeah,
oh, so the food here is not too spicy for you.
yeah, for you, but for my other European students, they
Ah,
cannot bear it.
okay.
What is your favorite food so far in Jogja, Mr. Thant?
And honestly, I like nasi goreng and gado gado. Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
Indonesian vegetable salad with peanut sauce, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Miss Nurenda is right. It's like salad. Gado is like salad.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe for the participants who have other questions to Mr. Tan, you can state your question in the chat box. Okay, so Mr. Tan, I actually have one question for you. Do you have any advice to those to those participants or anyone watching this who would like to study abroad just like you? Do you have like any advice for them? Maybe they're nervous, because they have to like live in other country. Do you have any advice for them?
Yes. When you decide to study abroad and you like imagine you already there and you cannot change the condition there, you cannot change the environment, so you need to settle your mind, your thinking, and you are like to approach new experience with an open mind and heart, and to foster a greater understanding and appreciation for the richness of the country that exists in our global community. Yeah.
Okay, so your message is basically to have like an open
Yeah,
mind.
open mind. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I do agree with you that we should have an open mind even while traveling. Not living, even just traveling to other country. We have to respect the culture in that country.
Yeah.
Okay, so I actually have another question. Would you recommend studying abroad for us college students?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. You studying abroad can give you can broaden your horizon. You have many you can have many networks. The network is a very important things that you can get from studying abroad, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so if you're able to study abroad, it would be really nice, and it would you said that you really recommend studying abroad.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Okay, so does any other participants have any questions for Mr. Tan? You can ask about anything, maybe what is your favorite place in Jogja or something like that. So where have you gone so far in Jogja, Mr. Tan?
And I have been to the Harapan, the previous to be trip, and also Borobudur, and many places. And yeah, many places I so far I visited already.
So do you prefer to like explore cultural places, or do you prefer to like just enjoying the view?
Uh, I I prefer to enjoy the cultural heritage and also the galleries and art. Yeah, these are my uh, favorite places.
Oh, so you like going to art galleries?
Yeah.
Oh, which art galleries have you been? Because I have been to several too.
I cannot remember the specific name. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So oh, but it would, yeah. which place is your favorite among those? Maybe like the cultural or the art gallery?
Yeah, culture, of course. Culture, of course. Yeah.
Okay. So if there is no more question, maybe Mr. Tan, you can if you have more thing to say or like a closing statement, you can state it now.
Okay, so that this topic is something related with diversity and cultural differences. So for me, maybe I'm too optimistic. But other people's in other my classmates in my class, they suffer from homesickness and they cannot bear the weather, the food. But for me, it's very uh, easy to adapt here because I think uh, despite the cultural differences between countries, I have come to realize that there are also many similarities that unite us. So you need to focus on to the similarities. Both countries value hospitality, warmth, and a strong sense of community, and the genuine smiles and friendly nature of the Indonesian people make me feel welcome and home right now in my time in Georgia. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah. I'm so happy that you had a great time here in Jogja so far. Okay, so our MC has another question for you, Mr. Tan. Have you been able to adapt to the cultural differences between Myanmar and Indonesia? And how long did it take for you to adapt?
Um, yeah, it's only take 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Yeah,
So 2 weeks of culture shock.
yeah,
It's actually a really short time, I think.
yeah,
Because sometimes people get, cannot get used to the new culture and get stressed, but 2 weeks is actually a pretty short time.
yeah.
Wow. Okay, so if there is any more questions, so that concludes our session today with Mr. Tan. So if I may sum the whole session, Mr. Tan talked about his experience in Jogja, his favorite food, his favorite place, and basically everything related to studying abroad. And Mr. Tan actually has a message for us to have an open mind while traveling abroad or while living abroad, and to study abroad if you have the chance to study abroad. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Tan, for the insight, for the knowledge that is really inspiring for all of us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, so Mr. Tan's presentation concludes all of our sessions today. Thank you so much for all of these amazing speakers for the new insight and for transferring your knowledge in this webinar. And I would also like to say thank you to the participants and to everyone who has asked questions. Thank you so much for taking your time in attending this webinar. And I will give back the time to our MC, Marcia.
Okay, wow, what an amazing and inspiring setting session. Let's give applause or any other reaction for our amazing speaker, presenters, and our moderator, Teresia. Once again, I would like to say thank you to Mr. Tan, Udayana University students, and Gajah Mada University students for their insights, knowledge, and the information which has been given to us. Before we go to the next session, I'd like to remind all the participants to fill the attendance form to claim the e-certificate, and please do not leave the WhatsApp group first since we will share the e-certificate there. Now, let's jump to the last documentation session. Please turn on your camera and let's take a picture together. Turn on your camera, and if you can, please use our virtual background too. Okay. Operator, please help us take a screenshot for our documentation. You can start In 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you so much. Oh, and to the next slide. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, then to the next session, which is awarding a certificate for our speaker and presenters as an appreciation for their time and contribution in this event. First, tenders, Mr. Thant, are you still here?
Yes, yes.
Okay, for the operator, can you please pin Mr. Thant and the e-certificate? Okay, please wait a minute since our operator's meeting a technical problem. Okay, Mr. Tan, can you please show us your smile? For operator, can you please take screenshot and in 3, 2, 1. One more time, please. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Tan, for being with us today. And next, for the presenters, since all the presenters are in a group, I will ask our operator to pin the representative only. First presenters, group 3 from UGM. Operator, please pin group 3 and the certificate. For operator, please take screenshot in 3, 2, 1. One more time. Group 3, please get ready. In 3, 2, 1. Now, next from the Udayana University, operator, please pin the representative and the certificate. Okay, for the operator, please help take screenshot in 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you so much. And last one from group 4. Operator, please pin the representative and the certificate. Group 3. Okay, please get ready. For operator. Group 3, are you ready? Group 4, are you ready? Okay, for operator, please help take screenshot in 3, 2, 1. One more time, please. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you so much. Now, finally, we got to the last session in this event, which is closing. As the master of ceremony, once again, I'd like to say thank you to our amazing speakers, Dewi and Miss Indom as our lecturer, and the committee for all of your hard work, and also to the audiences for participating actively in our webinar. May what we have conducted will be useful for us, and don't forget to fill in the attendance form to claim your e-certificate. The link is on the chat box. Lastly, even guiding this event, I made a mistake or offended someone here. Please forgive me. Thank you, everyone. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, everyone. We'd like to apologize if there's any mistake. Thank you for attending. See you in our next events. And also, we'd like to express our gratitude for Miss Endang for attending today's session. Thank you so much, Miss Endang.